Welcome to my kitchen. And welcome to my first video. I'm so excited that you guys are here. This has been something that I've been wanting to do for months now. Maybe like a year. I've been talking about it for a long time. Sorry, friends. Sorry. Y'all are probably tired of me talking about it. But anyways, so today's cookbook is going to be what started me on this whole journey. The Pioneer Woman Cooks by Ree Drummond. So my mom bought me this cookbook actually when she found out I was dating a cattle rancher. And I guess because she's married to a rancher, she just thought, hey, this is a cookbook she needs to get. This one's actually Ree's first cookbook. If you guys don't know the Pioneer Woman, you guys need to check her out. I'm obsessed. She has great cookware, great cookbooks, and that's what we're going to do this week. So today's meal is something nice and simple. I don't want to go all crazy for my first episode, but the meal is going to be the Marlboro man's favorite sandwich and onion strings. So we're going to go ahead and start the onion strings out, and because they do need to sit for about an hour. The first ingredient, the first part of this is begin by peeling the onion and slicing very thinly. We'll go ahead and use this onion. I got my brand new chef's knife. I'm so excited about it. It's from Chrissy Teigen's collection. Because I was struggling with all my boyfriend's different knife sets. He has too many. I didn't know what to do. I asked him the other day if there's an owner's manual, and he just looked at me like I was stupid, which that was a dumb question. But, so I decided, you know what, I'm going to just get a nice knife set and go from there. This is a nice and juicy onion. So I'm going to go ahead and just cut this onion up. Okay, so I got all these onions cut up. And then it says separate the onion slices and place them in a shallow dish. Pour buttermilk over the top. Now, I do not have buttermilk, but she has a recipe in here for buttermilk. So we're going to go ahead and put these onions in a shallow dish. And anything I do link, my cat thinks she's directing. She's standing back there smelling the camera tripod handle thing. But anything that I do use that I can link down below for their cookware, I will be sure to do that. So I'm just going to put it in a small baking dish. So in here, in her recipe, the cookbook, it does have buttermilk. If you don't have any in your fridge, see page 40. So we're going to go to page 40. And we're going to DIY, make our own 40. Okay. Buttermilk. If you don't have any, add 1 tablespoon of distilled white vinegar. I knew I was forgetting something. So, we're going to do 1 cup of milk. And then it says 1 tablespoon of distilled white vinegar. Got a little bit too much, but it's okay. Alright, and we're going to just use the measuring spoon to mix it all together and stir together is all it says. I need some music playing, but I don't want to get copyright. Like, just play it and have it in the background. Okay, so I got all my onions nicely separated and flat on here. I'm just going to go ahead and pour the buttermilk onto it. And then it says press onions down so they're submerged as much as possible. And the cool thing I like about the Pioneer Woman's cookbook is she has pictures for every single step. That's what I like to do. I like to see what I'm about to eat, and I'm just gonna have to learn that it doesn't always work like that. So she's using a fork, I'm gonna use a fork. Something. I'm gonna go ahead and it says let them soak on the counter for an hour if necessary. Stir them around for a bit halfway through. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put them back here on the counter. Now, we're gonna go, I know I'm jumping all around, but we're gonna go ahead and go over to the Marlboro Man's favorite rest sandwich. First thing on here. Start by slicing an onion. We're gonna go ahead and slice an onion. Ooh, like I am not too sensitive when it comes to onions, but this one, holy moly. This one might actually get to me. Normally I'm the one that can cut, like as the one that cuts the onions because they're just too strong for most people. And I'm normally like, I can do it, I got this. And I can normally do it. But this one, let me tell you, this one is getting to me. Now it says, next, melt 1/4 stick of butter in a skillet over medium heat. This is not the last you'll see of butter. Mark my words, she says. Mark her words. So that's one thing I do need to get out is some butter. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get the butter. Put it in a skillet back here. And I don't know if you can see on there or not. I do have another camera. I'm trying to get all the angles for you all. 1/4 stick of butter. It's not the last of the butter, she says. So we're going to come over here and we're going to go ahead and melt the butter. Right, so I put the butter in and we're just going to let it melt. Alright, I got the butter just melted away, if you can hear it. Now I'm going to go ahead and put these in, add the onions and cook over medium-low heat. Stir occasionally until soft and light brown, 5 to 7 minutes. And I dropped half of them on the floor. That's okay. That's okay. As long as the dog doesn't eat them, we're good. Alright. I got a bowl out. Oh, here it is. Alright, so the onions are done. So it says just remove and set aside. I'm going to go ahead and just set these aside. Obviously, that's what I'm doing. Okay. Alright, we're going to go ahead and just set these aside right there. Then it says, this is known as cube steak because she has pictures. Okay. Cut each piece against the grain into 1-inch strips. Okay. So we got that here. And I'm going to kind of cheat, and I don't know if this is like the best way to do it, if I should just cut on my wood cutting board, but it's just so pretty, I don't want to deal with all the cleaning, honestly. So we're gonna go ahead and I put a plastic one down so I can just wash it in the dishwasher. I don't know what the best way to cut meat is. Okay. Against the grain, so it's going this way, so I gotta cut it this way. It's a very tricky thing to cut. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know, guys, like, do I cut like my meat on a wood cutting board? Or do I just stick to plastic and just, you know, buy new ones all the time? Or, like, what do I do? Obviously not buy new ones all the time, like, I understand that you can use them multiple times. But you know what I'm saying, right? You get what I'm saying? I don't know. I thought, and I don't know if this is my mom teaching me this. I don't think it is. Mom, love you. I don't think you taught me this. It's just kind of like what Clay and I both do is we cut our meat on like the plastic ones and our fruits, vegetables, everything else on our wood. I don't really know. I'm gonna move these onions out of the way so you can all see me trying to cut this meat. Alright, now season the meat, sprinkling the salt, lemon pepper, and black pepper. I forgot to buy lemon pepper, so we'll just go ahead and sprinkle it with the salt and the pepper. Yeah, forgot to buy lemon pepper. Okay, I think that's seasoned pretty well. Now, add more butter to the same skillet you cooked the onions in. Turn the heat to high. Let the butter begin to turn brown. About 2 minutes, you want the skillet to be hot. So I'm going to go ahead and put the butter in the skillet. So, let's see what we have to do next. Now add enough meat to the skillet. Let it sit for about a minute or long enough for one side to turn brown. Then using a spatula, flip the meat over. Cook for about another minute. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and just put enough meat in the pan. It's super hot. Oh my gosh. And then I need a plate to put it on. Oh my gosh, I feel like it's like too hot, but it's not. It's okay. It's okay. I keep telling myself it's okay. So now we flip it. It says flip it real good. Is that how it goes? I don't know. Don't mind me. I'm just singing to myself. Okay, I need to see what the next step is. Repeat until all meat, okay, so then put it in a plate, obviously, and then repeat until all the meat is cooked. Then I'm going to put the meat back in the skillet, add the onions, pour in some Worcestershire sauce, and some Tabasco, and more butter. We'll get this butter ready. Boom. Alright, take all the other ingredients over to the stove. We're here. And guys, I apologize if this quality is obviously different than that quality. That's another reason I want to get a ring light, so the lighting's still the same. And this is on my phone, that's on a camera. Then I got my GoPro. So I do apologize if they are a little uneven. Guys, just work with me until I get all the equipment that I feel like I need to make my videos a little bit more high quality, if that makes sense. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and take these bad boys out.
We've been fighting forever, gone over this 1,000 times before. Baby, it's now or never. I gotta leave this town and I know what you're asking for. You say it's out of my reach, but I can't pretend no more. 'Cause for as long as I remember.
This pot out of the way because I mean this for my onions. I'm going to turn this back burner onto low and pop this over here. Turn that off. I'm going to go ahead and clean up a little bit, and then we're going to go ahead and move on to the onion strings. I'm going to just keep this on low until my onion strings are done. Before I do that, I forgot the butter! Ah! Alright, the butter will melt. The butter will just sit there and melt nicely as it just sits and warms. I forgot the butter! Ah! Okay, anyways, gonna go ahead and clean up, and then we're gonna move on to the onion strings.
It's been stuck inside my mind.
Dance breaks over. So it says after about 5 minutes, let them warm thoroughly. Then cut each roll in halfwise. Spread generously with butter. Then brown on the griddle or skillet. So we're gonna wait to do that until after I got the onion strings all done to go. So we're gonna go ahead. I'm all out of breath. Whew. Gonna go over here and move back to the onion strings. So in a bowl, combine the flour, black pepper, and cayenne. I already got my flour pre-measured out. Then we're gonna go ahead. I have my measuring spoons out. Then salt. 1 scant tablespoon of salt. Hey Google, what does scant tablespoon mean?
Just barely. On the website alexaanswers.amazon.com, they say, 1 answer. Answer. Scant means just barely. In cooking, scant refers to an amount that's just barely reaching. In other words, not packed.
Awesome, thank you. Plenty of black pepper. I hope that was okay. And then our cayenne pepper. Now, like I said, I'm trying to get the spicy things. My boyfriend likes it stuff spicy. Boom. They're gonna be spicy. And again, I'm gonna just use my utensil so I don't have to do much cleaning up and mix it around. Now, actually, I'm gonna need a bigger bowl because I am gonna have to put the onions into the flour mixture. No worries. Let it break. Okay. Get this all mixed up. Alright, now it says we're going to go ahead and just place this off to the side for a moment. We're going to take our canola oil and fill it in a pot. Heat to 375 degrees or until a pinch of flour sizzles and sprinkles over the pan. One to 2 quarts. This is a little over a quart, so we won't do too much. A little more, Cassie, a little more. Okay, we're gonna let that go ahead and heat up, and I'm gonna stir this around a little bit. All right, you guys, it's almost there. Oh, perfect, okay. Now, let me go read the steps to just make 100% sure what I'm doing. Okay, it says, using tongs, remove a handful of onions from the buttermilk and immediately dunk into the flour. Coat the onions in the flour mixture, then tap them on the inside of the bowl to shake off the excess. Plunge the onions into the hot oil with a spoon. Fiddle with them a bit to break them up and watch them. They'll be ready to remove from the oil in no flat time. When they are golden brown, this should take under a minute. Remove them from the oil and place them on a paper towel plate. Okay, let me grab some paper towel. What I'm gonna do is actually put them on the plate that I put the cooked meat on, so less dishes. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so they're all mixed around. Okay. I'm gonna just start with like a little bit at a time, just because I'm not 100% sure what I'm doing, obviously. Okay, just coat them around in the flour. And tap the side. How? That's like a chunk of flour. Like, how do I get it so I don't have like the chunk of flour? Just individually pick them out. I mean, I know this isn't like the correct way of doing it, but this is the cautious way of doing it. All right. Ah! Fiddle them around. Oh, they look yummy. Oh, I think they're done. They do. They cook so fast. And then we're just going to repeat until it is complete. I don't know how to not get like big chunks of flour in there. Because that was like a big chunk of flour. We'll just do it the cautious way that I was doing it. Put them on the plate. I mean, it's working. It's not the like most efficient way I probably should be doing it, but it's definitely a good cautious way. So while I go ahead and finish these 5 million onions that I still have left.
You can't ask me to surrender when reaching for the dream keeps me alive. 'Cause it's keeping me alive.
Alright, so the onion strings are all done, nicely cooked. Yep, tastes good. It scares me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie to you. I put too much. I tap the tongs on the side of the mixture. I put them in the boiling oil, and then I get too much flour in there, and then it like burns and browns, and my smoke alarm goes off, and it is like craziness central here in the house kitchen. So yeah. Oh well. But I have the buns in the oven. I just put them on broil instead of dirtying another pan. I'm all about simplicity. Yes, I could put them on the pan like she says. This is the one thing I'm going to stray away from and make it a little bit easier on me cleanup wise. So those are broiling right now, get nice and toasty, and then it'll be time to eat. The buns are nicely toasted. We're going to go ahead and scoop it on here. Oh. Guys, this looks so good. I love some onions. You know, I know that it's her husband's favorite recipe, and I'm not telling her how to make it differently. But some mushrooms in this would be, I'm a sucker for onions and mushrooms. I'm gonna leave that back there so it stays warm for Clay. Got some runaway ones. Pop some onion strings. Ooh, it's got a kick. Whew. Pop some onion strings on here. so yummy. Now let me double check and make sure I'm not missing a final step. Oh, spoon spoon 2 or 3 tablespoons of pan juice over that, and it'll keep them. Pour some pan juice over. I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't got any pan juice. Just let that sit there. It also says you can top the other half of the roll and serve with a crunchy green salad. So, she has variations. I would probably cook, if I weren't married to a straight up meat and potato rancher, I would probably cook a bunch of sliced mushrooms with the onions. I'm gonna do that next time I make this, because Clay loves mushrooms too. Add a little sherry to the meat mixture. Melt some mozzarella. Okay. Come back in like a few weeks. I'll circle back around to this recipe. This one, not this one. Maybe I'll try onion rings again. We're gonna do her like variation, because then she says about thyme, garlic. So good. But anyways, I want to thank you guys for watching my first episode using the cookbook, The Pioneer Woman Cooks. We made the Marlboro Man's favorite sandwich. I believe that's what that was called. And then onion strings. Super easy, super yummy, little intimidating at times, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm going to go and watch some TV and enjoy my sandwich. See you guys next time.